Hi, I'm Brad Frey, Music Supervisor here at Aiva Technologies, back with another sweet update video for all of you. Today we've got the development feature to talk about. Now, this is something that I think I've teased before in another video, and it's something we've been working on for a while now. So, what is the development feature? What the development feature seeks to do is to make the pieces that you generate more structurally coherent over time, meaning rather than having a couple of different sections happening and maybe they vary quite a bit in their intensity and how they relate to one another, instead you'll start to see, if I open up this piece in the piano roll, that they sort of start smaller and grow over time and develop in a more, musically sensible way. Obviously, you can see it right here. We've got an accompaniment and a bass with the melody being added later on. Then we add the extra layer. Then we see the piece start to grow in range where the bass will start to get lower. The melody will start to get higher, sort of opening the piece up. The rhythms start to get more intense and complex. And then towards the end of the piece, starts to fade away again. So this should sort of make more sense when you listen to it. And again, also you can visually see it. The arrangement makes, again, a little more sense. So I'm going to play you this example, and hopefully that helps to shed some light on what this will, on how this will affect compositions. Okay, so I think you get the idea. I'm going to show you another example really quick. This is from the Small Tavern Band in the Fantasy preset. So again, we have a single accompaniment pattern with the bass being added. Then later on, we add the melody. Later on, we add the extra layer on top of that. And then it starts to fade away again. Another thing you will notice across the different presets is that the forms being used for the pieces will make a little more sense in the context of those presets. They'll be a little more appropriate. So if you're using a preset like pop or rock or jazz, which might be where it might be a little more appropriate to use something like a song form with a verse and a chorus, then you'll actually start to see that being manifested up here with these section labels where you have A followed by B, then A again, then B again, maybe a bridge section using a C section, something like that. So be aware of that as well, that those forms will be a little more appropriate, as well as the development feature. So that's the development feature, and again, this is sort of a behind-the-scenes thing that's happening now, but what it does is it lays the groundwork in the future for us to have longer pieces, which is something, again, a lot of people have requested, and what this means is that when we go to generate longer pieces now, those pieces will actually be, more musically coherent as a single piece rather than a bunch of random things put together over a period of 6 minutes, which will just sort of get old, I think. So make sure you experiment with that. On top of this, there should be up to 30% faster generation of tracks, and round corners on the UI. If you're someone who likes your corners nice and round, then you'll be very happy about that. And the base prices of these subscription plans have been lowered. So before, we included the VAT tax, a single flat VAT tax in with the base price. Now those will be separate, and the VAT tax will be dependent on the country you live in. So for many people, this means that the VAT tax price will be lower or non-existent, making the total price lower. So what you're going to want to do if you're a paying subscriber, just come here and check out how the price has changed for you. Again, in many cases, this will be lower or the same. And if you're someone who isn't paying currently, maybe this makes it more affordable for you and encourages you to become a subscriber. So be aware of that and go check that out. Coming up, we're working on making the sampler real time. So if you make a change, maybe you change an instrument or an articulation, change something with the mixing, you can actually hear that in real time without needing to save and render like you've needed to do up until this point. Many other things coming down the pipe, so stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this current update. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know at feedback@aiva.ai. Join the Discord, of course, and thanks for watching.